Hi friends, welcome to Swift. So in this session we will learn about exothermic and endothermic reaction. What are exothermic reaction and what is endothermic reaction? Okay. First we will see about this exothermic reaction. See, the reaction in which heat is released along with the formation of the product is known as exothermic reaction. Okay, reaction in which heat is released. See, product is formed, along with that heat is released. That type of reaction is known as exothermic reaction. We will see the example. Burning of coal. Large amount of heat is released, right? See, this is the chemical equation. C plus O2 gives CO2 plus heat. Since heat is released along with the formation of the product, it is example for exothermic reaction. One more example. Quicklime CaO, it reacts with water. What it produced? Calcium hydroxide along with the heat. See, if we carry out this reaction in test tube or flask conical beaker, we can touch and we can feel the hotness. Since heat is released during this reaction, the test tube becomes warm. Okay, and this calcium hydroxide, no, it reacts with carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere and it turns into calcium carbonate. So this calcium hydroxide is used for whitewashing walls, and that calcium carbonate, no, it gives shiny surface to the wall. And one more, what you know, this chemical name for this marble is also CaCO3. Fine. And the next example is respiration. Do you know what do you mean by respiration? What happens during the respiration? See, during the digestion, what happens? Carbohydrates are broken into glucose. This glucose combines with the oxygen in the cells of our body and it provides energy. This is actually the respiration. Since energy is released in the form of heat, it is example for exothermic reaction. Along with this carbon dioxide and water, energy is released. Okay, so it is example for exothermic reaction. Next example is activity 3. What is this activity 3? We have seen in the earlier video. Activity 3, reaction of zinc with dilute sulfuric acid, right? Hydrogen gas is liberated and the test tube becomes warm. If we are carrying out this reaction in test tube, the test tube becomes warm. We can touch and feel. This is also example for exothermic reaction. See, one more thing is, usually combination reactions are example for exothermic reaction. What do you mean by this combination reaction? Then two or more reactants reacts together and it gives single product, okay, with the liberation of heat. That is known as combination reaction. So combination reactions are example for exothermic reaction, but not all the exothermic reactions are example for combination reaction. That is very important thing you should know. Right, this is about exothermic. Now we will see about endothermic reaction. The reaction in which heat or energy is absorbed from the system during the course of the reaction is known as endothermic reaction. So to carry out this reaction, we have to provide energy or heat. Okay, that type of reaction is endothermic reaction. We will see the example. Limestone, calcium carbonate. If we provide heat to this calcium carbonate, it turns into quicklime plus carbon dioxide gas is released. Since it requires heat to proceed the reaction, it is example for endothermic. Okay. Second one, splitting of water into hydrogen and oxygen gas. See, this reaction requires energy or heat in the form of electricity. If we provide electricity to this water, what will get? Hydrogen and oxygen gas is liberated. Next, if we keep silver chloride or if we provide sunlight to the silver chloride, it turns into Ag with the liberation of chlorine gas. Here heat is in the form of sunlight. See, all these three are example for decomposition reaction. What do you mean by this decomposition reaction then? A single reactant splits into two or more simpler product is known as decomposition reaction. See, here in the first case we provided heat, in the second case we provided electricity, in the third case we provided sunlight. So the first one is thermal decomposition, second one is electrolytic decomposition, and the third one is photolytic decomposition. So usually all these decomposition reactions are example for endothermic reaction. Okay, understood? Fine. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.